Wow, the Seahawks win in amazing fashion. An incredible fourth quarter to take down the New York Football Giants. Hello, everybody. Tyler Jones here with you with a look back on the Seahawks win over the New York Giants to advance to 5-3 on the year, 27-13 over New York. A game that was tied in the fourth quarter, but the Seahawks finished the game so strong to rally and get the win. Geno Smith played really well. 23 of 34, 212 yards and 2 touchdowns. DK Metcalf, even with the way that he was not healthy, right? He wasn't 100% healthy after the injury he suffered last week. And missing practice this week and all of that, DK Metcalf still came through for this Seahawks team and was able to have a touchdown grab, 6 catches, 55 yards. Kenneth Walker in the run game kind of started out slow, but really emerged late in the game. He finished with 51 yards off of 18 carries and a touchdown. The Seahawks held Daniel Jones to just 158 yards through the air. Saquon Barkley, who was mentioned as an MVP candidate entering this week, had a down game. He was held to 53 yards rushing with a touchdown. And Darius Slayton led the Giants in receiving with 5 catches for 66 yards. The Seahawks now at 5-3, remain in first place in the division, and it looks like that they are well on their way, if they continue to play like they are right now, to make the postseason. So with that, what is your one-word reaction to Seattle's offense against the New York Giants? Look, you look back at that first quarter, and they weren't able to finish drives, but they came through when it mattered most. To me, my one word is what I would use to describe what they were able to do to finish this game is mattered, right? In the pivotal points in this football game, when they needed to do something, when they needed to come through, it mattered. They came through in the points that mattered in this game. Was it the offense's best performance? No. But they did enough, and they played good, and they came through in some big moments that mattered. Loved it from the Seahawks offense. That was great to see. Let's get to our post-game mailbag questions now. Jaden writes, Sauce or Woolen for Defensive Rookie of the Year? I'll take Woolen. So he's referring to Sauce Gardner of the New York Jets. Sauce has played really good this year. Nothing I would take away from Sauce Gardner with the New York Jets this year. But in regards to Tariq Woolen, he has been so phenomenal and been a huge impact player, a difference maker for this Seahawks team. I loved what I've seen from Tariq Woolen. He's been great. He would be my pick to be Defensive Rookie of the Year. And again, it's nothing on Sauce Gardner. He's played good. But Tariq Woolen's just been on another level. I mean, what we've seen from Tariq Woolen is not just the quality of a Defensive Rookie of the Year. It's a Pro Bowl / All-Pro caliber quality that we've seen from Tariq Woolen this year, and he had another good game as well. Credit where credit's due. Tariq Woolen was awesome today, a big part of the Seahawks win. Next question from Yasha writes, #Seahawks. The defense showed up this week. Can we keep this up going into the rest of the season? #Papa Jones. No association with Papa John's. Yes, not a fan of Papa John's, I'll be honest with you. Not my favorite choice, but any pizza might be good right now, in all honesty. With that said, the defense did show up this week. And you look at the last 3 weeks. Last week against the Chargers, the week before against Arizona. And they took on some pretty good quarterbacks right before this week. Daniel Jones isn't that great. But Justin Herbert, they slowed down. Kyler Murray, they slowed down. And then this week, taking on Saquon Barkley, the best running back arguably in the NFL right now, and they found ways to slow those guys down. Great game plans. The defense is drastically better than what it was to begin the season. Credit where credit's due. I love what I've seen from this defense. They've come a long way. This is a good group. I'm excited to see what they do going forward. Definitely excited. I think they can. If they can continue to play like this, yeah, watch out. It's going to be fun to see what they come up with going forward. Who was the MVP for Seattle against the Giants? A lot of selection to choose from. And you can make a case for a number of guys, offensively and defensively, of who would be the MVP for Seattle. Let me know in the comment section. Give me one name. Offense, defense, maybe special teams. I don't know. You tell me in the comment section. Give me one name of who the MVP was for Seattle against the New York Giants. Let me know in the comment section below. As always, you can check out BetUS, the exclusive sportsbook partner of Chat Sports. If you go to chatsports.com/bet, use the promo code Seahawks125. You'll get a 125% deposit bonus. You put $100 down, you get $125 to spend for free, and you can bet on your Seattle Seahawks. You can bet on other games in the NFL, college football, NBA, even the World Series that's going on right now between the Phillies and the Astros. Whatever it may be, all the bets are in one place. Chatsports.com/bet. Promo code Seahawks125 for a 125% deposit bonus. Start saving today. Get your bets in now. Chatsports.com/bet. Next question from Atheist writes, do you think our defense will take us to the playoffs? Well, let's just break this down as simple as possible. The NFC is bad, right? I mean, let's just face it. The NFC is not good, comparatively speaking, to the NFC. It is now an expanded playoff. We've seen the last couple of years. It's now a 7-team playoff per conference. And so let's just put this in simple numbers here. The Seahawks can get in the playoffs, winning their division, obviously, or one of the 3 wild card spots. I think that you can get into the playoffs, whether it's division or wild card, whatever it may be. I think one of those final playoff spots will be a 9-win football team. And if you look at the way the Seahawks have played up until this point and going through the rest of the year, can the Seahawks win 4 more games? Yes. So, yes, I do think if the defense continues on this track, there are 4 wins somewhere, and this team can make it to the postseason and do the unthinkable. A lot of people had written this team before the season began off and was talking about tanking and, was looking forward towards next year. And the reality is that the tank job and trying to get the whole, early round draft picks and all that, Denver's taking care of that for you. Keep on winning. Let Denver get you the lower draft pick, and let's see what this team does from here. Charlie the Unicorn writes, most complete game of this season. Time to be a buyer at the trade deadline. Who should they pick up? Linebacker Shaq Thompson. Trade deadline coming up on Tuesday. A lot of teams are selling right now. A lot of options out there. I'll say this. I said this a couple days ago. I'll reiterate. You guys have probably shopped, people of the Northwest, at the grocery outlet, right? Grocery outlet, great store, a lot of bargains, a lot of savings that you can get at the grocery outlet that you might not be able to get at like Safeway or Albertsons or something like that, right? Okay? Well, part of that too, when you go to a grocery outlet as opposed to a Safeway or Albertsons, is that when you go to those stores, you're not necessarily going to get the quality of product that you would find at a Safeway or an Albertsons, but you're going to get a good discount, a good value. And where the Seahawks are at when it comes to the salary cap, with where they're at trying to save money and such, with the limitations they have there, it's best for this team to be trying to find those bargain chips, okay? I would not be personally trying to spend a whole lot of money and try to give up too much, because at the end you're still trying to build for your future. So for me, when I look at the Seahawks and when it comes to the draft and some of these moves that they're going to make at the trade deadline, I would be aggressive. I would be a buyer, but I'm not going to sell the farm in order to be a buyer either, if that makes sense. So that's what I'd be looking at if I'm Seattle here. But good question there from Charlie the Unicorn. Non-stop Seahawks coverage right here on Seahawks Today. We reached 30,000 subscribers. We did a Gatorade bath. It was awesome. I loved it. And we're trying to get to 31,000 subscribers. But we need your help to get there. We had a watch party on Sunday. It was an incredible time. I enjoyed myself. The Seahawks fans enjoyed themselves. We do live shows every Wednesday. We do news and rumor segments every day. It's all in one place. It's right here on Seahawks Today by Chat Sports. Be a real one. Subscribe now so you never miss a moment. Look, if they make a trade at the trade deadline and I'm sitting at home and I'm watching TV and maybe I'm thinking about going to sleep, I'm probably just going to stop whatever I'm doing and make a video to break down whatever trade they make, because that's what we do around here. We're built different around that, folks. So subscribe now so you never miss a moment of Seahawks Today. YouTube.com/Seahawks TV. Geno Smith, an MVP contender. We did an entire video about this actually a couple days ago. Yes, Geno is an MVP contender. And there's two things that factor into any MVP campaign. Number one, is your team a contender? Yes. Seahawks, check that box right now. Number two, are you playing at a high level? Yes. He checks that box right now. So Geno Smith, I wouldn't say that he's necessarily the favorite, but he's up there. He's in the discussion, and he deserves a seat at the table. He is at the very least a Pro Bowl quarterback right now. Where things go from there, we'll see. But yes, Geno deserves to be an MVP contender and a part of the discussion based on everything that he's done to this point. Credit where credit's due to Geno Smith. My applause to Geno there for sure. Nick writes, your thoughts on the Seahawks today? My opinion, solid second half by the team, outscoring the Giants 17-6. Great job by Pete Carroll. Pete did a great job. Pete coached a great game. The game plan was phenomenal. Defense stepped up. The offense was there. All of it was good from the Seahawks as a whole. Good team win and positive momentum going forward. I mean, after beating the Giants and the Chargers, I think you've gotten the tough parts out of your schedule out of the way. Going forward, you'll get the Niners with McCaffrey in the mix, and you have to play the Chiefs, who we always know are a great football team. Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid and company. But really, that's the last great teams that they'll face this year. And we still need to see what this Niners team is with Christian McCaffrey. Remember, Jimmy Garoppolo is still their quarterback. So I don't know how great necessarily they are, but that's a good question. Thanks, Nick, for letting me know. Rate the Seahawks defense against the New York Giants today. I don't know how you couldn't put it as a 90. I mean, one of the touchdown scores wasn't even their fault. You know, it was the offense, the fumble by Tyler Lockett that put the Giants in position to score. The defense did everything that they were asked of. I loved what I saw from the defense. It would be 90 or higher for me. Let me know in the comments section how you would rate the Seahawks defense. As always, you can follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everything in between, at Tyler Jones Live. Love talking to you guys there, and I will see you next time right here on Seahawks Today. Thanks for joining us.